We're going to talk about Instagram today. We're going to talk about sort of the basic, some basic things about Instagram. But I made up a Instagram profile for our Tech Talk test email, and you will see my home screen. And I have sort of made Instagram really easy to see here. So it's this pink one that looks sort of like a camera. So if you don't have Instagram, let me just show you this real quick. As with Facebook and everything else, all the other apps, you're going to go to your app store, your Play Store. So for me, it's the Play Store because I have an Android phone. And I'm just moving it to there now. And you're going to click on the Play Store and you want to look up Instagram. So if you don't have it, it'll tell you to download it there. It's free. Like the general functioning of Instagram is free. I'm not sure what it says that it has in-app purchases, but that's not really something I've come across. So you can use it as a free app really easily. Okay, so I'm just going to hit open right now, but also you can just go to the app on yours. So this is our Tech Talk test Instagram page. So I want to just show you sort of what the different icons on here are. So Instagram, like Facebook, like other social media apps, is a place where you can interact with other people through pictures, through video, through direct messages. But a lot of it is about pictures, video, and stories. So we'll talk about those three things. Video in here is called Reels, so we'll talk about that as well. But I just want to give you sort of a sense of what you're looking at when you start a new Instagram account. So I'm going to click on my profile here. All right. And so I can set up my profile. I can add my name and a picture. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I add my name. You can create an avatar. I'm not going to do that right now, but I know you've seen those before. They're like little sort of cartoon characters. I'm going to just use a picture. So I'm just going to say my name is Frances. Again, this is with my Tech Talk test email. All right. I'm going to put my pronouns in. So I'm going to say she and her. You can put whatever your pronouns are. It's just a good thing to be inclusive of people and their pronouns. And then I'm not going to do a bio right now, but you can say a little about yourself if that's something you want to do. All right. And then I'm going to change my profile picture. And you do that just by clicking on where the profile, like the blank profile picture is. Okay. Click on that. I'm going to say new profile photo. Also, you could import that from Facebook. Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same company. So there's a little bit of crossover in terms of, you know, what has like how you can get pictures and stuff like that from Facebook. But I'm just going to get it from my gallery. All right. So got this picture that I used last week. I'm going to save that. And, you know, you can put little filters on it or whatever. Let's get that on there. I'm just going to do it as is. Or you can edit it further than that too. But again, I'm just gonna do it on there. It should load and pop up with my picture. So now when I go up, I'll see myself there. All right. So you'll see at the top of this. So this is just like our if we go to our, if we click on right down here at the bottom, there's this, you'll see the picture of me now, and that's sort of like where our profile is. So a lot of the point of Instagram is that you follow people, kind of like on Facebook, right? So we're gonna search. So I just started out, the one thing that I follow right now is the White House. It was just something that was suggested to me. So if I go to my home button at the bottom here, all I can see on here is White House posts, which is cool. That's just like my first thing that I followed. I want to go on here and find other things to follow. And I want to start with Smart, right? Because we are encouraging you to use social media to interact with Smart, to follow us, to like our posts, to share our posts with other people. And I'll show you some ways to do that as well on Instagram, which is a little different than Facebook. Okay, so we're going to search. And Smart is on Instagram. Smart is SMARTUEastHarlem. All right, so we'll see it pop up there. You'll see our logo. All right, so then you see Smart. We're going to hit follow. So that's that blue button to the left here. And what that means is when we follow Smart, we'll see we'll see all of Smart's posts when we go to our homepage. So they'll be in our feed, you know, like they would be on Facebook or something. All the people you follow, their posts end up there. So we're going to follow. All right. We're just going to look at Smart real quick. So we've got all sorts of stuff on here. We've got things from the recipes. We've got things from our MPV outreach. We have links to some of the things that we've talked about on university. So we're going to go in and just look at how we can interact with one of these posts. So we'll just look at the most recent one, which is about the MPV vaccination. All right. So there's a couple of things that we can do as a way to interact with this post. So you see the heart there at the bottom. That's to like it. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right. The little sort of speech bubble here is where we can comment on this post. So I'm going to say, thanks for all the MPV information. So if you want to add a comment to one of these, we encourage you to do that. I'm going to go ahead and post that. Okay, and you can, you know, do emojis and stuff like you would on other things. So I put that on there. If I go back, I hit the back button, I'll see that my comment is on there. And then, you know, if you wanted to come by and like someone's comment, there's a little heart right next to what I commented on. So you can do that as well if you want to interact with those comments too. Another way for you to share content, and again, we're using Smart as an example, but you can do this with anyone you follow on Instagram, is you see this little, it looks like a little paper airplane here. So you can hit that paper airplane and you can add this post to your story. So let me show you what, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what a story is. Okay, so I'm going to say add post to my story. It'll show me this. This is what my story is going to look like. And I'm going to share. I'm just going to hit over and then hit share. All right. Okay, so I'm going to say done on that. All right, let me get back to my page. Okay, so stories, okay, first of all, let me show you how, I'll do pictures before we get to stories. So I'm going to post a picture really quick. So the picture is like, you know, how you would do on Facebook or something if you were just, you know, posting a picture you had taken. So here where it says share your first photo or video, I'm going to do what I did last time and put up this picture of like the skyline that I used last time. Okay. I'm not going to put any filters or anything on it. I can if I want to, but just for time's sake, I'm just going to go through and do this. Okay. And then I can add a location. I'm just going to say El Barrio, and I'm going to, you can also, like it says, you can add this post to Facebook. You can sort of cross post these things as well. But I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to post this up. I'm going to check. And you'll say, you see that where it says finishing up there. So look, this is my first post. All right. And it's just a picture of the skyline. And you could comment on it, you could send it. So now if somebody follows me, they'll see this in their feed, right? So that's just a post. Okay, that's just how you do a post. What I did earlier when I shared Smart post in my story, if you go up here, you'll see at the top, it says your story. All right. And before, when I hadn't posted anything on my story, there wasn't any circle around this. You see this bright circle? That'll show you that somebody has a story posted. And what stories are is they can be video or just a picture post, but they last on your page for 24 hours. Okay, so they're short-term things. You put them up and people can see them for 24 hours, and then exactly 24 hours from now, it'll be gone, right? So they're sort of like a little bit more fleeting than things like posts or videos that you would put directly on your wall. So I just shared that to my story. So if I click on any profile you see that has that bright circle around it, that means there's something in their story to see. All right. So we're going to click on that and you'll see my story. which is where I shared that MPV information. But I could also share a picture in there. I could share a video in there as well. That's just one way of sharing things on Instagram. It's a little different because you can't just repost something in the same way, but you can take somebody else's content and put it in your story. So let me show you that with somebody else. So I'm going to look up, I tested this out earlier. So right now, like I said, all I follow is the White House, but I want to follow, so I follow the White House in Smart now, but I want to look at somebody else's story. So I'm going to look up Vice President Kamala Harris, and I'm going to follow her. But the main thing I want to show you right now is what someone else's story might look like. So you see on her profile picture, you see that it's got that bright circle around it, which means that she has something posted in her story. So we're going to click on her profile picture there, and it'll show me her story. And you'll see there's multiple screens that go with this. So she has like different things. It's all about celebrating Diwali, which is cool. But you know, there's multiple posts on here. So it becomes this thing where you can watch like sort of all of it and see like what, you know, within the next 24 hours, these will be posted up. So that's a really cool way to sort of see what's going on with somebody. If I had multiple other people, I can just click this and it'll show me all of their stories back to back to back. So that's kind of cool. You can just sort of see what people are up to, the people that you follow, and what they're posting in their stories. The other thing that you can do on here is you can post video, and you can post video either to your page or to your story. Okay. I'm going to add a new post. I'm going to go actually to my home. I'm going to add a new post. I'm going to click this plus button at the top, and you see it gives me a couple different options. So the post, like, was the picture that I did. The story is what I showed you with retweeting the MPV thing, but I could add something directly to my story by taking a picture or video. And then a reel is basically just a video. Okay. So I could take a video of myself, which I'll do really quick, doing something. I'm just going to say, hi, everyone. I'm doing a test reel. Okay. Then I hit stop. I'm going to say next. It's editing it real quick, so it takes just a second to do that. I'll say next again. And then you can share it to reels. We're going to say next and do that. I'm going to say share because I want to. And so it's going to take just a second for it to load up on there as well, because it's a bigger file. Right now it's showing us the rocks reels. So it'll show you just random content sometimes because it's trying to get you to like things. Okay, so if you go to, I'm going to go to my home screen again. All right, there it is. So this is showing up on my profile, on my page, so anybody who then looked or who followed me would see this on their page as well. And then it'll give you the option to do things like watch more reels again, just so you can like see other content. You can search for whoever you want to follow on here. One of the things that you can do that I didn't do on here just for sort of privacy's sake is when you set up your profile, it asks you if you want to import your contacts. And if you import your contacts, then you'll see like through your email or Facebook or whatever you select, you'll see people that you know through those, that you have the email address for, or who you are friends with on Facebook, and you'll see those that have Instagram. So then you can really easily follow people that you already know. But you can also go on here and look for celebrities or, you know, cooking things or whatever, you know, anything at all. You don't have to like, you can use Instagram in a number of different ways. So it's like, you might not be somebody who wants to post a lot of things, but you might want to go on there and like people's posts or just sort of see people's posts. So you can use it to whatever degree you want to. You don't even necessarily, you know, have to have a profile picture on there or anything. It definitely sort of enhances the experience if you want to do these multiple things on there, to have things like a profile picture and to maybe put up some pictures of your own, but you're not required to by any means. People use it in a lot of different ways just to stay connected to friends. You might have friends that are on there that are really active on Instagram, and you just want to sort of be in touch. And you don't necessarily want to post a lot. I do encourage you to go on there just to get updates and to like and share things from Smart, just because we're always trying to get to be a little bit more interactive with our social media stuff. So we do really encourage you to do that, and it might give you a good opportunity to connect to other people from Smart on Instagram, and also friends that you have from elsewhere, or family as well. Smart is very active, posts almost every day.